Welcome to Education Today. My name is Carly Good from West Shamokin Junior-Senior High School in the Armstrong School District. Today we will be talking about an exciting event that recently took place. The event attracts runners from many different areas. It's the Great Shamokin 5K race. Today we have Mr. Curtis Mertz, a 9th grade teacher from West Shamokin, and also one of the coordinators of the Great West Shamokin 5K race, which was held Saturday, April 11th in Rural Valley, Pennsylvania. Mr. Mertz, welcome to Education Today.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you a few questions. How did you first get interested in running?
Running started out as another activity to do for the other activities I do. You know, when I wasn't rock climbing, we'll do some running for training and things like that. And eventually took over to be more of a hobby than those activities are now.
Do you think running's a better exercise than walking?
Depends on the person. They're both very good. I prefer running, but people can get tremendous benefits from walking also, as long as they do something enough to elevate the heart rate.
Mm-hmm. How long has the Great Shamokin Trail been held, and what is the history behind it?
This was our third year. It started, well, over 3 years ago when myself and two of the other directors and teachers were at a run in Punxsutawney that was on the Mahoning Shadow Trail outside of town there. And we were standing around after the race, and Mrs. Ritchie said, "Hey, we have a trail near us. We could do something like this." And so we did.
How many participants did you have this year?
This year we had a total of 140, and that's grown from in the high 90s the first year to around 120 last year and 140 this year.
Oh, that's good. Who are the sponsors for the 5K?
Business sponsors include Fox's, a mining company. We have a lot of partnerships, and Altmeyer's Veterinary Hospital is a big sponsor, and a list of others that without the list I don't recall all of them.
Yeah. How long is the 5K race in miles?
5K is 3.1 miles.
Okay. Where does the race start?
We start at the New Mine Ball Field, which is along Route 85, and just have to cross the stream and park in the ball field parking lot, and it's an out and back run.
Okay. What is the age range of the people who run in the race?
We had a 9-year-old who actually ran it, didn't walk, and he placed 10th. We
good.
also have some younger kids who have, I think we had a 3-year-old actually walk
Really?
it last year. And we've had some people in their early 70s.
That's good. Have you ever participated in the 5K?
Not this one. We're pretty busy that morning.
Yeah.
So.
Whenever you run, what kind of running shoes do you wear?
Running shoes. I use Brooks or Saucony for road running, and my trail shoes are Solomon.
Okay. What kind of clothing is best to wear?
Everyone has personal preferences there too. The thing you want to be careful of is to use something that will help wick away the moisture, so your body's sweat can be taken away by the air. And you know, people might be in shorts all year, and others long pants still in May.
Yeah. Do you yourself recommend doing stretches before you run?
Actually, no. The whole stretching debate is, some highly recommend stretching. Some what I found for myself is to do a 10-minute, probably close to a mile warm-up of just jog, walk, and then maybe some stretching. But to stretch on cold muscles, you're more likely to pull things than actually get a benefit. Stretching afterward, though, to keep things from tightening up, I definitely recommend.
What should you eat or drink before a race?
Not too much right before the race, but an hour or so out, you just want to make sure you're hydrated. Bagels, bananas are some good things to eat. Some people, especially for a 5K, the distance isn't real long, so water is probably enough, but a lot of people like the sport drinks, and there's different brands. You want to be careful of not getting too much sugar, not having too much in your system that the blood's going to the stomach instead of the muscles. So you want to do that early.
Okay. Well, thank you. Now we're going to take a short break, but stick around. We'll be right back to talk to Mr. Mertz more about this annual event.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like, or what role I would play, or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We are talking with Mr. Mertz, a coordinator of the Weshamokin 5K. So, Mr. Mertz, is there a strategy to winning the race?
I think so. I've never been in front enough to use one, but for any runner, you want to be careful not to start out too hard, because when that go is said, the adrenaline goes off. You're in a big group of runners, and it's real easy in that first half mile to just go too hard. So you want to pace yourself, know the pace you can run at for that distance, and have, they call it a negative split, that your last mile is your fastest instead of your first. If you're going out and your first mile is your fastest, you're probably going to have a lot more people passing you at the end than you want. So.
Do you use a personal technique when running?
Well, like I described, I try to at least maintain a certain pace, and that varies with the type of run. But yeah, knowing your pace and not going out too fast is.
What do you consider the hardest part of the race?
Keeping the butterflies away before the run is hard, and maintaining that discipline to not go out and have too strong a first mile, to keep from thinking, oh, 3 miles is too much and going to be too long. I like breaking things up into much smaller pieces, and for a 3 mile run, I think of it as 6 half-mile runs, and a half mile is pretty easy. So you get one done, and then just do another one, and before you know it, you're halfway, and that means you're on the way back, and there's just one left, and you're almost to the finish.
Push through. Is there a certain turning point in the race where you hit a wall or you seem to slow down?
If you've been training for a 5K, probably not, but that second mile is probably going to be the hardest. The first, you have the adrenaline going from the start, and the last one, you know you're close to the end, so that middle part would probably be the hardest in a 5K.
What would happen if you were injured during the race?
We have citizens ambulance, either at the race or on call. Previous years, they have physically had the ambulance at the start finish, plus last year we had the bike crew at the turning point. So that was real comforting. This year they were not able to send a crew to the run, but we had them on standby, so the other race directors and volunteers had their number already in the cell phone that we could just press a couple buttons and contact them.
Well, that's good. Do you personally race for fun or for competition?
More for fun, and a competition with myself. I know what my time should be. I know what a best time was for a distance, and I'm always trying to beat that.
What is your best time for the 5K?
For a 5K, I looked up, and I did do several years ago, did a 25, about 25:30.
Well, that's good.
5K.
What inspires you to run?
Pushing myself, the feeling you get at the finish line, and there's a lot of camaraderie between the runners. If you go to several 5Ks locally, you'll see a similar group from Indiana, Punxsutawney, here in Kittanning area, who like doing them, and you see some teachers or retired teachers who are still doing them and get to say hello. So there's a lot of camaraderie there.
That should be nice. What do you eat or drink after a race?
Afterward, I like the orange slices. They taste really, really sweet after you've done something physical like that.
What is the track like at the Great Shamokin Trail 5K?
Our trail isn't improved like the one here in Kittanning and Ford City. It's an unimproved rail to trail surface. So we do have the crushed cinder and some grassy areas. Some places there's all grass or just a narrow cinder bed. So that makes it a little more challenging of a 5K than a road or an improved surface. And it's out and back on the same part of the trail.
All right. Well, thanks for answering this. Now we'll look at some actual footage taken at this year's Great West Shamokin Trail 5K race.
The one with the tape on it now? Probably about. Hey buddy, how are you? Good to see you.
It's gonna happen. And you know what? I put my
Mrs. Burford, what do you think of the 5K race?
I think it's wonderful. Look at all these guys out here early in the morning just being excited.
Ian, what do you think of it?
Oh, I love it. It's a beautiful morning.
It's always nice to get up early in the morning, isn't it?
It's good for your health.
They're dedicated, aren't they? Look at them out there.
The Great Shamokin Path Race, 5K.
They're dedicated individuals.
Has taken the tear off underneath your number. We need to collect those in order. We'll help keep you in the finish order as you come through that, but we need to be able to see the numbers. Please be careful. The course is out and back. There's one road crossing, but it's well marshaled. That's where the water table is. So walkers, you'll pass that at the half-mile mark. That's where the first road is. Runners, you'll continue another mile and then come back and hit that water stop again before you finish this last half mile. At the start, you see we have a large field and it quickly narrows, but we didn't want you going through all the mud behind you, so we had to bring it up a little closer. Please be careful. If you know you're not going to be in the lead pack, maybe let some of those first runners go through so there's not as much of a bottleneck. It's sunny, which is fantastic, but the course is soft, so be careful. Watch for rocks and roots, especially after you pass the road. And after this first half mile, the course is more cinder, grass mix, and you could hit a soft part of the grass or something that you'll need to be careful of. With that, we will get underway, and thank you again. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, walkers, please beware that runners will be coming back, possibly behind you. If you keep an ear out, maybe slide over to the grass part to let them pass. They'll want to hold their speed as they come through. So beware. Walkers, you're doing 2 miles, so it's out and back 1, and the runners the full 5K or 3.1 miles. Okay. With that, let's get underway. Don't knock me down. Runners set. Go.
I'm down with the numbers and you do the feeding, and that way we have a double check. And occasionally what we'll do is, like, I may ask if you know a person's name, shout me a name out.
Okay.
So like if I say 413, you can, if you know that person, say 413 Sally. And that helps us keep it in order over there. If there's a little bit of a mess up or something, it straightens it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But normally we're pretty good.
Okay.
So as they come through, they have to tear their tag off and give it to you.
Okay.
And then we have to worry about the runners. And then once they get over to the stand, they'll sort them out by male, female, and age groups by pulling them off the tag in the order they're in. And I have the times down here.
Okay.
So it should work.
Yeah.
What is your job here at the end of the race?
I get to record the times as to what time the runners come back through.
Zoe, what is your job here at the race?
I'm taking their tags and making sure that I get them on this in the proper order so we know what the times were.
Good job.
Jeremy. That didn't feel good. Huh? That didn't feel good. It's a good man.
Mother, and that's him taking pictures. Oh, okay.
Good job.
Excellent, bud.
Good job. Good job. Go walk. Go walk. Go walk. Go walk. Go walk.
He did the last one. I wanted him to break 21:08 the last time. You do it 10K, he did 43 minutes. His first 10K. Nice. When he was 8, he just started, he's run since he started. Where's Tim? He did a 10K in 43 minutes. The 5K last one was 4.
Couldn't catch him.
Okay, girls, there's some girls behind you. Come on, straight. Never again.
He wasn't that far off. Yeah, that's not bad.
You guys want to catch it? Yeah. Almost quit at the end. Yeah.
Holy crap, I'm done. Yeah. Where's Jeff? You can't either. I ran, but I was like, that's why I want to keep going. He just started flowing. I mean, that felt bad. It's worth the
Go, Cheryl!
Good job, Becca.
Get there and pull your weak killer. I like to kill them.
Danielle, are you tired?
Yes. Danielle, look. Look.
Mr. Steele.
You doing? Ladies, how was the race today?
It was awesome. Woo!
Okay, state your name and grade.
Amanda Wetzel, 7th grade. Syra.
Yep.
Kelly, 7. Danielle, 7.
Tristan, 7th.
How was the race? Was it pretty tough?
Yes.
Were you cold?
No. I was.
Did you plan the race in a certain stage?
No.
Good.
I don't know if you're showing this in school. Yeah, you are.
Hopefully, yes.
I will hurt you, Mr. Steele. Hide everyone in school, man.
Are you A students, all of you?
No. Yes. No. Well, not the whole way. How about straight C's and D's? Hey, Mr. Steele should give me an A in his class. A's and B's. C's. That would just feel special.
Okay, you're going to run next year?
Yeah. Yes.
Great. You look great.
Mr. Steele, you should run too. Yeah, Mr. Steele.
I'm too old and fat.
Too old and fat.
Ladies, how was the race today?
Tough.
What was your time like?
30 minutes? I have no idea.
Do you like running outdoors?
Sure.
Do you like running for competition?
No.
Was it a tough race today?
Since I didn't practice yet. Yeah.
Did you hit that wall out there somewhere?
I didn't see one.
Okay. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Are you going to run next year?
Yes.
Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank Mr. Mertz, a West Shamokin science teacher and the coordinator of the Great Shamokin 5K race, for being with us today. Our thanks goes out to the TV production students of West Shamokin High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Ren Steele. They were our film crew for today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Visit our website for updated information about the district, and have a great week.